Thanks for joining us today on the Nurturist Pod, where we help nurture your path and unleash your passions. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Nurturist Pod. We got Nicholas Reed, the founder of 253 Media, and we're just excited to have you here today, man. How's it going?
Good. It's Monday morning, getting the day rolling. Stoked to be here. Stoked to chat today. It's always fun.
Likewise. No, I'm super happy to have you on here, man. So where are you calling in from today?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee, home of country music.
Very nice, dude. I have some cousins live out there. It's a
Okay.
good spot for sure. I remember
It's a lot of fun.
I went out there a couple summers ago, and yeah, just like bar hopping, going to all the different like little hometown music, like all the concerts and little things going on. It's so much fun, dude. It's a blast.
Oh, every bar you go to, it's like the best concert you've ever been to. Like Tuesday afternoon, lunchtime, best concert ever. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it's so cool. It's a good vibe for sure. How long have you been out there for?
Almost a year now.
Okay.
Yeah, I moved out here last week.
Nice, man. Oh, that's fun. Good stuff.
But I love it.
Sweet,
Rains a
dude.
lot, though.
Does it?
Oh my God, dude. It's literally, it's raining right now. Like it rains here so much. I had no idea. But in like the springtime, it's so rain. It's crazy.
That's nice. No,
Yeah,
I don't know. At least for me, I feel like, so I'm in Utah in the snow here. Like it definitely can be a lot. I feel like this time of year, like heading into March, April, and there's still some snow around, dude. It's so frustrating. You're like, damn it, dude. Can we just get over this? But at least rain, I feel like it just comes and goes, and it is what it is. It doesn't linger too long, even though it can be frustrating to kind of trying to do stuff outside. But for the most part, it's all right.
That's what it is, man. Left the snow, lived in Utah for the last few years, left the snow. Now in the rain, it's fine. But I'm an outside person, man. I want to go to the dirt bike track. I want to play golf. I want to ride my bicycle. None of that can happen if it's rain. So well, a little frustrating. It is what it is. You just work around it.
I love it, dude. Sweet. So how are things going with 2-3 or 5-3?
Dude, it's been solid. We've been in business for a long time. A few pivots here and there. I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. It's business, right? It's stuff. I think we really started to find our stride about a year and a half ago now. Team's growing. We brought on 2 new people this year so far. So
Nice.
Pretty stoked. We've got some pretty cool stuff in the works right now. We're getting ready to release our first like SaaS product.
Oh, no way.
In the next couple weeks, or hopefully next week, maybe the next month or so. But that's coming up. Got some pretty big plans for that too. So got a pretty cool roadmap coming up right now.
Sweet, dude. No, that's exciting. What is the SaaS product?
Can't say anything yet.
I can't say anything. I figured that was going to be the case, but I thought I'd give it a shot.
No, we can't say anything just yet. We're doing a pretty sweet launch here coming up. Nice. Beta testers in there in March. And yeah, once we have that, kind of get things fleshed out, we're going to hit the ground running pretty hard.
Cool. So you guys, as of right now, mainly you do Shopify and webflow website design. Is that correct?
That's it. Yep.
Nice.
That's it.
And
So
did
anything Shopify, anything Webflow, that's where we come into play.
Nice, man. And were you, so being the founder and everything, how did the idea come about? Was it you who was designing everything at first, or you hired on some different designers, or how did that go?
Yeah, so it's funny because 253 actually started off as an ad. We didn't start doing like website work, which is the funniest thing to me. So back in 2017, I had started an e-com brand. Actually, that was in 2016. I started a little e-com brand, built my website. I was doing my marketing, my ads, my content, all the stuff itself. And I was like, dude, I'm not making that much money right now. I'm living in this little tiny apartment in 45 minutes south of Amsterdam in the Netherlands. And I was like, I'm making no money. I don't know what to do right now. I am going to go and do my marketing stuff, but I'm going to do it for other business. Right. I'm selling my products like crazy, but my margins weren't very good. I didn't know how to ship stuff very well. So I didn't know a lot of that. If I knew what I knew now back then, different story. But I'm like, I didn't know what I was doing. So I was like, I'm doing this marketing thing. I'm going to go do that. And so I started doing that for other businesses, got pretty deep into that. And a big part of that, what we were realizing was we're running these ads. Their content's good. Our ads are good. Like our metrics on our ads are really good. They get to the website, no one's buying. That's a problem. So fix the website. And it just clicked and we got really good at it. We brought on a couple people that were really good designers, really good developers. One thing led to another. We just figured out like, hey, this is our bread and butter here. We're good at this stuff. We're good at ads. We were good at it. Were we the best at it? No. Didn't like doing content. We weren't the best at that by any means. And so we decided, let's just drop that other stuff. Let's focus all in on the website work. We're good at that. We want to do that. We like it. Let's just do that and run with it. And Yeah, did that back in about a year and a half, going on 2 years now.
Okay.
And I just never looked back. So
Dude, no, I love it. I feel like that's the funniest part about business is just as you're going about things and you see what works and what doesn't, and you're able to, I think it's cool how you guys were able to pivot and focus in, dial in on website design, where that's what you guys
yeah,
enjoyed the most.
yeah,
And obviously you guys were able to perform the best stuff. No, that's super cool. Dude, with that, you mentioned that you were in the Netherlands. So tell me a little bit more about that. I want to hear, dude,
yeah.
that's crazy. So where are you originally from?
Yeah, so I've got a weird story. I grew up in Northern California, actually.
Okay.
And yeah, so might be a good segue for us here. Growing up, all I wanted to do was race dirt bikes. That's it. Let's be real here. I still only want to race dirt bikes. Come on. Yeah. But no, growing up, man, all I wanted to do was race dirt bikes. I wanted to be a pro dirt bike racer. I wanted to race supercross. I wanted to make millions of dollars in the stadiums, living the dream, right? Well,
Right.
that didn't. And in 2015, I got hurt, lost some sponsorship, ran out of money. Dirt bike racing is expensive. And I started racing bicycles. Actually, I was already riding a lot, just cross training for dirt bike racing. And I figured out I was pretty good at it. And I ended up going pro about a year and a half later and just had this random opportunity to go race over in the Netherlands. And yeah, so 2017, packed up my stuff, sold whatever I had, quit my job, and left to go race bikes over there. And it was cool. It was a good time. Got hurt and had to come back home, but it was good. So
That is
very
crazy.
quick summary of pre 253.
Yeah. No, dude, that's so fun. So I know I asked you a couple questions before the
Yeah.
podcast, and like dirt bike racing, that was your thing. That's what you wanted to do. That was like your main goal in life. I guess that like growing up and as you were going through high school.
Oh yeah, man. Like it was funny. That's all I did. Like
Yeah.
literally, like I got called in my principal's office in like 8th grade for ditching so much school. There was a pattern where every Thursday I was gone. I go to school on Thursdays.
Oh my
Just didn't do it. And it was because I was going to dirt bike track. Dirt bike track was open Thursday morning. So I'm at the dirt bike
Wow.
track every Thursday. Yeah, they're like, hey, we noticed the pattern every Thursday. You're not here. Where are you at? And I'm like, I'm not here. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm not here. But it was funny. Like my parents were cool about it because they're like, hey, you have good grades. Like as long as you have A's and B's, mostly A's, you're good. Get a
Mhm.
C, you're cut off. No more. And so I had good grades. Like school came super easy for me. I'd study, work hard there to make sure that, and like when I'm in class, dude, I was on it. Like I'm paying attention. I'm taking notes. Cause like the more I pay attention here when I have to be here, the less I have to do at home and I can go right there.
Yeah.
So that was my thought process. And so, yeah, before I could drive, like my dad would drive me to the dirt bike track and I'd be like doing homework in the passenger seat. That was our thing.
Good for you.
Yeah. So I was there. We'd leave early Wednesdays most weeks. And then, yeah, Thursdays.
Thursday mornings you were there. Dude,
Yeah.
that's so cool. At least for me, all the way through high school, I always played sports. I played football, played baseball.
Okay.
So yeah, same thing with grades. My dad was like, nope, as long as you're playing sports, dude, you got to stay on top of everything. Definitely relate there. Dude, I don't know. I have some buddies that ride bikes and stuff, and it always looks like so much fun. I've just never given it a try. So maybe I'm going to have to, dude, because everyone who talks about it, they just rave about how much fun it is. So I think I'm definitely missing out.
Dirt bike racing is funny. It's one of those things where like you don't really know what you're missing until you do it, and then you either love it and you're like, this is life changing, cool, and you never want to do anything else, or it's like, not for me. There's no in between. There's not really. I don't really know a lot of people. I've met a lot of people who are like, that was cool, that was fun. It's either love it and like this is all I want to do forever. That's it, or it. Yeah, but for me, it's all I ever want to do.
No, that makes sense. That was the thing with skiing. So I only started skiing 3 years ago.
Okay.
And it was the same thing. Like my parents, they didn't want me skiing because they didn't want me to get hurt for sports. And so I only started 3 years ago, but I absolutely fell in love with it. Yeah. So the last 2 years I've gotten the pass and we try to go during the week just because it's less crowded.
Yeah.
Weekends are horrible and it was a mess. But no, dude, I try to get out there as much as possible. I feel like I don't know, similar in the sense that you're out there, you're good. Like, I like going quick. I like flying down the mountain fast. And so dirt bikes seem ideal. I don't know. I'm trying to make it make sense in my head.
Oh, for sure, man. But it's such a similar feeling it's kind of like you control your own destiny, right? When you're going down the mountain, flying. Personally, I don't like going fast on the mountain. Like I'm gonna slow down on the mountain. I'm so scared of it. But you're going fast, and I can go here or I can go there. I can go fast. I can go slow. and you can do whatever you want. And it's the same way in dirt bikes, like in a sense, right? If you're out like free riding, trail riding, like it's exactly how that is. Like for me, I don't really do that. I'm more like I'm track racing, like I'm looking lap times and stuff. But it's a very similar feeling where you're just kind of like you're one with your machine, you're one with your skis, you're one with your mountain. For me, I'm one with the machine. Same.
No, that's super cool, man. No, I love it. So when did you originally start dirt bike riding? Was it like as soon as you could walk, you were on a bike, or you were six?
Yeah, pretty much. I was 6 years old. Yeah, I was this little guy. Yeah, I think I was 6. Might have been 7. I don't know. I was right around.
Or 7.
Yeah,
You were
I
young.
was a little guy. Yeah, I was a little guy.
Dude,
Which
that's
is
so
crazy.
fun.
Like most pros start when they're like,
Oh, really? Holy cow, dude. I didn't realize it
you
was
have
that
these
young.
little kids. Oh, it's so funny. Like they'll go out to the dirt bike track and you'll have these kids who are like 2 or 3 years old. Their helmet's as big as them. They can't even like hardly walk with the helmet on. They're just out there. They're hilarious.
I love it.
Yeah, it's rad.
That's so fun. So
Yeah.
yeah, obviously, I guess with that, dude, being 6, 7 years old, starting and going all the way through elementary school, junior high school. Yeah, I'm sure that was always your dream. Out of high school, what was your thing? Because I know obviously you said you got some sponsored when you started bike racing, but what was your path out of high school? Like, did you go right to college? Did you start working on the side while you were racing and doing different things? Or like, what did that look like for you?
Yeah. So in high school, I had to make a money. So I had a job in high school. And then also in high school, that's when I learned how to learned Adobe Suite. So I learned Photoshop, I learned Illustrator, and I would just pick up these like random little design jobs back then, like making like business flyers, stuff like that. $100 here, $80 here. And my whole thought process was I can't go to a job because I have school and I have to train and I have to go to the dirt bike track. So I need to be able to work like at night on my computer or on the road because I'm traveling to go to the dirt bike races. So that was how I started learning this kind of stuff. And I did that. I actually graduated high school early. So I graduated a semester early and the plan was graduate early and go get my Supercross card. I wanted to go get my pro card and go race Supercross all good. Literally like January 3rd, like graduated early, January 3rd, took a tumble, broke my wrist, out for that. And I don't know if you know too much about wrist injuries, but I broke my navicular, which is like the one you don't want to break. And
I was just going to say, it sounds like a pretty intense one that you want to mess with.
the funniest thing about it is it's this little teeny tiny bone in your wrist. And I barely broke it. It wasn't like shattered or anything like that. Like it was probably like the easiest break I've ever had in my entire life. But this bone doesn't get much blood flow and it doesn't. Like a normal wrist injury, you're out for 4 or 5 weeks maybe, and then you're good to go. This one is like 6 to 9 months. And so it basically just took me out for the entire year. And I went to college after that, which is cool. So I went to college and most kids, they go get the dorm room, party life, all good there. I actually went to a party school, which is the funniest thing because I did not party until my last year's college, which we can talk about that a little bit. But yeah, I didn't party, man. So my mom had a job up there and I went to this school. I got in all good there. It was actually the only school I applied for originally, grade wise and all that kind of stuff. I was like, all good. I'm not worried about getting in. Like I'm cool. So I go there and it was cool because I could live with my mom and keep my dirt bikes and stuff. So I didn't have to pay for dorms. I didn't have to pay for any of that kind of stuff. I had my garage, I had all my dirt bike stuff there. I could still ride, still race. And yeah, it worked out good. Went to school and sweet gym. I was working out every day, riding every day. I was riding a ton because I scheduled my school days where I had school on like Tuesday or Thursday or like Tuesday, Thursday, I think. I forget what the exact schedule was, but it was like the other days, dude, I'm at the dirt bike track. So I'm riding like
amazing.
I'm riding a ton. Yeah. And college was great. I'm stoked on it. I was doing my classes. I had great grades. I had almost all A's, which was cool. Gym was rad. So I'm just like, this is awesome, dude.
Just living life, man. Yeah,
pretty much.
That's awesome.
And yeah, it was good. And then, yeah, just did that. And I got a job after a little while. And it was actually cool. One thing for me, is a big thing for me is I actually got a door-to-door sales job.
Oh, no way.
I learned how to sell. Yeah. And when you think about it, you're like door to door, that sounds terrible. So it was the sweetest thing ever, dude. So I'm like 18 years old and I was selling solar door to door. So I had like territory. Happened to be though, my territory covered like 6 dirt bike tracks. And so I had my gas paid for it. So what I would do was go to work and I got good at it. So I was like, if I just go and hustle for like 3 hours, I'll hit my quota for the day instead of having to work like a 6-hour day. It didn't matter how much I was working, just was working and getting my quota done. Yeah. So I'd go hit my quota in 3 hours, and then I'd go hit the dirt bike track, and I'd get to ride basically for free because I got to ride for free anyways. Tracks, I knew them,
Yeah.
and then I didn't pay the gas, so I'm like riding for free. I'm like, this is making money. I'm making good money and riding for free. And a ton. So it was like the best setup ever.
And that was right out of high school?
Yeah.
Dude, that's so dope. I actually did door to door for a little bit too. Selling security. So, yeah. But dude, it's such a crazy experience. Like, definitely learned so much doing it.
Dude,
but at the same time, it is a grind. Exactly. It is so gnarly, bro. Get your teeth knocked in a couple of times. Did you ever have any like guns or crazy stories from?
I had a gun. I had a knife. I had some people like chase me off their property a couple times. I got attacked by a dog. Had to go to the ER one time. That wasn't fun. I got workers' comp though, so he's sick. It was funny. So it was in the wintertime, and this dog like bit me, and it just barely drew blood. Like just a teeny tiny bit. My boss was like, "You got to take a month off work. Like it broke the skin. You might die." And I'm like, literally, it's like a paper cut. Like it's fine.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, we'll get you workers' comp, full paycheck for a month. No work." I'm like, "All right,
That was great.
literally, dude, it was like a paper cut. Like literally nothing.
And so funny.
Yeah. So I was like, "All right, cool. I'm gonna go train more then. This is great."
Yeah. Good for you.
It worked out. It worked out. But it was cool, man. It was a fun job. Lots of learning there. And that's, I think, set me up pretty good for where we're at now. So I'm a big believer, man. If you can sell, you can do anything.
Yeah.
That's it. That's number one.
No, I'm a huge advocate for sales. Like, no matter what your career path is or what you want to do with your life, I think just the interaction that you have when going through that process, when trying to sell products and just meeting people, like there's so much to learn just through that interaction itself, just connecting and building relationships. And then actually, if you have a good product, being able to help that person on the other side solve the problem that they're up against or whatever it is. And yeah, I think conversationally, and just those skills that you build are so important. It can translate so well to so many different aspects of your life, whether you're going to be a doctor, a lawyer, or a school teacher, or you're going to start your own business. Yeah, there's so many different use cases for the sales skills that you learn. No, dude, I couldn't agree more. If you can sell, you can do anything. 100%. I'm on board, man.
Yeah. And sales is funny, man. It's all about like conversations. Like for me, I'm so not like your standard salesperson doing like your hard selling tactics. Like today, this much, like deals going away. Like, I don't need that. For me, like, especially at 253, and I think like any of our clients will say the same thing is like, dude, we're friends. It is what it is, man. I'm just here to become your friend. And because at the end of the day, like when I'm selling something, I believe in it, number one. And I'm not going to screw over my friends. So I want to be friends with you. I want to help you. I want a vested interest in what you're doing. And for us, like, we just build our relationships. That's all it comes down to is having good relationships with people, making friends, and it makes sales a lot more fun when you can have that relationship with people.
100%, dude. No, I think being able to connect at a friend level is so important. Like being able to have that trust. No, that's cool, man. Well, sweet. So with that, dude, like it sounds like throughout your entire life, like you had a lot of cool experiences, good wins, and different things, like going all the way from when you were 6 when you started dirt biking until now. And so what would you say was the biggest obstacle? I know that you mentioned you had some injuries, so maybe that's what it was. But yeah, just want to hear about that biggest obstacle and how you were able to overcome that.
That's a good question. There's been a few ones. I'd say we've had more than a few injuries. Had a lot of them. Big ones.
Yes,
for sure. That's tough. Did probably one of the, aside from like some family health stuff, that was some pretty big stuff you go through. It might be a little deep for this one, but I'd say the injuries are tough, right? You go through some big life changes, right? Going from, you only want to be a professional dirt bike racer. All I want to do in my life. That's it. And then shifting from, now I'm going to be racing bicycles. That's a huge mental shift. Your friend group changes. Your training changes. Your day-to-day life changes. Like literally everything you think about changes like overnight. Get hurt doing that. No more bike racing. We're done. Go and start a business. That's a whole other just mental shift. Now it's like, hey, third type of charm. Here we go. No, like I think that like, mental shifting, that focus shifting, I think that's a huge challenge that I think I'm doing okay at. It's for sure, but I would say that's probably one of the harder things because you don't lose it, dude. If someone said, "Hey, bro, I'll give you all the money. Go race dirt bike. You can go race a supercross car," I'd be like, "Yeah, okay, let's go tomorrow.
Sign me up."
Yeah, I would do that in a heartbeat. But at the same time, like that's not our thing. So it's like having that like mental battle, I guess, in a sense, is tough. Like, you're not like leaving behind what you wanted growing up. You're just not living that dream anymore. Going from living the dream, chase your dreams to, okay, it's actually real life now. Like that I'd say that's pretty challenging. Dude, honestly, I won't lie. That's something I still have a hard time with to this day. Like my like shiny object syndrome that you talk about with a lot of entrepreneurs, that's in my name. I could just go race dirt bikes, or I could go race bicycles, or whatever that is. To me, that's my shiny object syndrome, 100%. And it's challenged. Like, I don't talk to a lot of other people who have that, like, got similar, like, issue. It's a fairly unique one for sure.
That's what I was going to mention is I feel like at least for other sports like baseball or football or basketball, it comes to that point where it's like, all right, cool, time to hang it up. But once you reach that point, it's okay, you can put it in the past. You can go play pickup ball with your buddies. You can go play old man softball. There's like different things, but it's like never really the same. Where in your case, it's I could go race a dirt bike still. Like it's still there. Like you totally could if you wanted to. Where I don't know. I feel like it's just so different for other sports. So I totally see where you're coming from. Being able to hang it up and call it quits would be super difficult.
Yeah, it's tough, man. That whole mental thing is tough. And granted, like, I'm going to say I'm getting old. I'm 28. I'm not getting old here.
Yeah.
In the professional sports world, I'm getting old. I'd say that hanging the boots out, that's a tough mental game to play for sure. And dude, I don't know how people do it. Like, you have like pro whatever, and they're like, yeah, I'm done. I'm retired. I don't know how you do it. That is something that is probably one of the hardest things to go through for me.
Right. For sure, man. No,
It's tough.
I agree. People do it.
It's like, figure it out.
Got to, right? There comes a point in your life where it's okay, cool. Like I can only do this for so long and actually make money. And now I got to go support myself and what I'm doing. Right.
Yeah. And the big thing, like for me, like when I think about it is like, I'm taking that same drive, that same energy, that same like win at all costs in a sense, like that push, and applying it over to my business. And that's how I think about it. To me, running a business is just a sport. It's just a different sport. Yeah. I think about it, dude, it's a game. Like, how good can I get at it? Can I be world class? Maybe. We'll see. Can I be the best in the country? I don't know. We'll see. We'll get there. But that's how we're pushing, right? It's no different. Like, we're a professional athlete. You're in the gym at 6 a.m. Cool. I'm on my computer at 6 a.m. You're a professional athlete. You're eating right. I'm a business. I'm learning right. So it's the same kind of thing. They go hand in hand. It's the same kind of focus, the same level of dedication, just a little bit of a different avenue. Only difference is, man, you just don't quite get that same like adrenaline.
100%. No, that's cool, man. No, I think that's interesting because I've actually seen a couple different like creators and different business owners hit on exactly that, what you said, just like treating your business or your craft or whatever it is that you're working on as if you were a professional athlete going through those different day-to-day tasks, whether it is getting up at 6, going to the gym, getting your laptop, going through those daily tasks and getting them done. There's a lot of different aspects that I think translate super well into business itself that you're able to take from sports and stuff. I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I feel like people who have had that type of like competition and have played sports always have some type of competitive advantage just because what they've done their entire lives. I think especially at your level where you were able to go and compete professionally, like that just gives you that much more of that competitive advantage going about building your business and scaling it. No, that's super cool, man. So last question for me, honestly, is just if there was one thing that you could do different, like going through high school, what would that be? Because the whole purpose of this podcast is to be able to help kids who are coming out of high school who maybe don't know what they want to do or what direction they want to go with their lives. So what would maybe be one thing that you would do differently? But not only that, if you were in a senior in high school who's trying to figure out what they want to do with their lives, like what would be your one piece of advice for them?
Yeah. So 2 answers here, right? So let's talk about what I would do. I'll be honest, a lot, right? I feel like I put my heart and soul into everything I've done. Everything I've done, I've given it like 100%. Some things were a little out of my control, ran out of money with dirt bike racing, got hurt riding bikes. So can't really do too much about that. Maybe some better maintenance or something, a little more better shape. But yeah, for me, the biggest thing is just you only lose if you quit. That's it, right? There's always a way to keep racing for me. You only lose if you quit. Same thing with your business. Same thing with whatever your passion is. Dude, maybe it takes a little bit longer, right? Maybe you have a little bit of a different path in there. You only lose if you quit though. That's it. That's to me is something I think about. Great example right now is like businesses, right? There's a lot of other agencies out there, whether they're advertising agencies, content agencies, web development, like they come and go. You only lose if you quit though, right? You literally cannot lose unless you quit. That's it. And it's the same thing whether you're, in high school as an athlete, whether you're a business owner, like it doesn't matter what you are. That's it. You only lose if you quit. Plain and simple. And I think that's something that for me, I could have dug a little deeper. I look back, I'm like, I dug pretty deep, but there's always that woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? There's always like, could have gone a little harder, could have tried to get some more money somehow. I don't know. That's life. But I'd say for our audience here, like the biggest thing to take away is just keep going. You're not going to lose unless you quit. Quit, yeah, you're done. But it's a lot harder to come back if you quit with that too. So for me, racing dirt bikes every day, I'm there, all good. You quit, you try to come back, good luck. Like it's not happening. So just don't know.
No, I love that, dude.
Yeah.
And I think, at least for me, taking that one step deeper, if you're a high school kid, how would you go about trying to find your passions? Because obviously, like, you're passionate about dirt biking and you knew that was like what you wanted to go and do out of high school. So what type of advice would you give for someone who doesn't know how to, like, where to put that energy, where they should be going out and leaving it all on the table?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's something I'm probably not going to give you a great answer for. Just 'cause I don't,
It's all
I don't
good.
know.
Yeah.
But for me, man, like if I didn't know what to do, right? I'm starting from scratch. I would just think about it from a broad spectrum, right? There's a little bit. These some examples here. I could look at tech. I could look at sports. I could look at something else, right? What can I go and do all day long? What can I go and learn all day long? Okay, cool. Let's say I find tech, or I don't know, coding, something like that. Cool. I can go and learn that all day long. That's a start. Maybe it's not for me, though. I don't know. But for me, money's there, right? You can make money doing anything. Dude, you can make money doing tech. You can make money riding dirt bikes. If you're not making money riding dirt bikes, maybe you make money in some other avenue in a sport, right? You can always make a living doing whatever you want to do. You just got to figure out how to do it, right? So for me, what can you do all day long? Number one, not get bored. Number two, actually enjoy what you're doing. And number three, be good for the other big thing, right? There's a lot of things that I would love to do and I could do all day long, but I'm just not very, I won't lie. But you really need to make a lot of money and maybe making money, you don't care about that. Not everyone cares about making a lot of money. Yeah. So for me, like if you're in high school, man, and you don't know what you want to do with your life, figure out something you can do all day long and be excited about. Try it. If you don't have anything like that in your life, like there's a lot of people who don't have that. It's totally fine. I would just try as many as you can.
I love it. Yeah.
No, literally go down the YouTube rabbit hole of stuff. Spend a Saturday just finding something, like the most random thing you can do. Just go down these rabbit holes. Eventually something is going to stick. And eventually you're going to be like, that's pretty cool. I could do that. It could be a lot of different things. It could be something where at first you're like, that's a hobby. Turning a hobby into an actual job is like not that hard. I don't know what average salaries are anywhere like that, but I think in Tennessee, like your average like income here is $60K. Okay, cool. You can make $60K doing literally anything.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh yeah, 100%. I feel like nowadays more than ever, just like technology and content, like there's so many different things that you can do. No, I agree. Like being able to experiment and try different things, I feel like it's the best way to go about that because you never know if you're going to like something unless you try it.
Yeah, and getting creative with it too. That's huge, right? When you think about it, like maybe you like making tables. Yes, that's pretty random, right? Could you make a living making tables? Yeah. Cool. Do it. Go get a job at working place, right?
Yeah.
Like you can do so many different things that can provide for you. You just got, most people I think just don't get creative with it. I think that's where a lot of people fail is they have a passion and they're like, that's cool. I don't know how to make money with that. And then you don't make money with it. And you're like, well, I want to do this. And then you don't like your job. It's like passion. And then you're stuck. And then you're like, oh crap, I don't know what to do now because a job, I don't care about it. My passion is this. I don't make money with passion. What do you do? Creative. Figure out a way to make money with your passion. If you can do that, dude, you are going to be the happiest person in the entire world. You're going to live the best life ever.
I think that's what matters most at the end of the day is being able to be happy and enjoy what you do for a living, how you make money. Now, I think that's a great way to end it, man. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Hopping on with us. And yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch. I think we're going to be taking a trip out to Tennessee, me and my wife, this summer. So
Let's
I'll
go.
check you out for sure, man.
Yeah,
But
that'll be awesome, man. It's a fun place. So we'll go get beers or something. I don't drink beer. I'm more of an old fashioned kind of guy, but
yeah.
something.
Okay. Go, man. I appreciate you hopping on.
Definitely.
Have a good rest of
Thank
your
you.
Monday.
Appreciate you.
Yep.
We'll see ya. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks again for joining us today on the Nurturist Pod. Hopefully you found some of this content insightful. If you did, make sure to follow, subscribe, and send it to one of your friends. We're also going to be posting this on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, wherever you get your podcasts, whether it's Spotify or Apple. We got you covered. And we're going to be building out our community in Discord. So make sure to join us there as well. Until next time, thanks.